I want to hear your one-word reaction to the new Michigan football coaching staff. If you haven't followed along with the stories, who the new guys are, I'm going to bring that to you here in a minute. But while we get the show started here, go down in the comments. Let me know your one-word reaction to this new and quite a bit younger Michigan football coaching staff. We got Michigan football recruiting coming up right now. What is up, MFers? Welcome into the show. It's been a while. I'm back in Studio B. I've not been delegated or, chastised off the podcast studio anymore. So, want to welcome you guys back. We're going to get back on a regular schedule here going forward. We got spring practice coming up in a month or so. We got recruiting National Signing Day, though, coming up on Wednesday. So, if you want more recruiting information, if you want me to do more recruiting information, recruiting shows, go ahead and make sure you subscribe to the channel. We're sitting at about 12,641 subscribers. Make sure you are at 12,642. It's youtube.com/Michigan TV. Let's catch you up on recruiting. A couple days removed from George Rooks, the 4-star defensive tackle out of New Jersey, committing to Michigan. Now, why is this important? Well, it kind of solidifies two things. One is that Shaun Nua, Michigan's defensive line coach, who I think has underperformed from a production standpoint with his position, defensive line, over the last couple of years, taking over for Greg Madison, he has some recruiting chops, and maybe those came to fruition, and those are showing out here. Rooks has said that Nua remaining on the staff was one of the reasons that he committed to Michigan leading up to the second signing day. Number two, though, Michigan needs defensive tackles. I know we all know Michigan's thin. You need cornerbacks, you need defensive tackles. There's a big miss on the team this year. Third defensive tackle, Rooks is. The third defensive tackle Michigan has taken in the last 4 recruiting classes, 2018, 2019, 2020, and 2021. That is mind-boggling, mind-blowing to me. And you've got Carlo Kemp on the roster this year. I think Donovan Jeter is identified as a defensive tackle, but that's like a 6-year and a 5th-year guy coming into the 2021 season if those guys, return as expected as of right now. But you can't go 4 classes, which is basically your entire roster under normal college football circumstances where you don't have an extra year of eligibility, and you only have 3 defensive tackles. Mozzie Smith hasn't really, panned out as much as we had hoped to 2 seasons in. So it's about time that they got a defensive tackle. And if they didn't get Rooks, the position would be non-existent for Michigan in a couple seasons. So good to add him to the class. Good to get a little bit of positive momentum. Michigan's class jumps from, I think it was 13 up to number 11 with the signing of a 4-star defensive tackle out of New Jersey, number 19 defensive tackle overall, number 263, so just outside the top 250. He brings the beef. This is one of these Don Brown little fellas, 6'1", 6'2", 225 defensive tackle. This is a big boy, 6'3", as I said, 260 pounds, keeps the Michigan-New Jersey pipeline open and in business. So with the number 11 recruiting class, Michigan's going into signing day now 6 days away. Maybe have the ability to make some noise, although I'm not too sure if they will or not. We only got really one player out there that I'll talk about here in a second that might jump into the fray for the Wolverines. But Super Bowl is a week from Sunday, so we've got 10 days to the Super Bowl. Got a great promo coming for you guys if you want to bet in the Super Bowl. If you want to put some money on Michigan basketball when they return, that's making me some big-time cash. Do it with our partner, BetUS. Go to chatsports.com/GoBlue. 125% deposit bonus. First deposit, put in 100, extra 125. If you put in 2, extra 250. You guys are good at math. I know that. But producer in my ear, bring it back to the Jersey deal. So if you get going with BetUS, new customer, chatsports.com/GoBlue. Use that promo code GoBlue to make your first deposit. Once you make a bet, all you got to do is email goblue@chatsports.com, and we will send you a Jordan Brand Michigan football jersey. Some of you will be like, I don't want that. People will make fun of me. But, look, this isn't a jersey. It's not a thing you wear for 2 weeks. You can have this thing for 5 or 10 years. Michigan will be back before too long. So get going with BetUS. Get a great deposit bonus. Imagine you put $100. You get $225 sitting in your account, and you get a Jordan Brand Nike Michigan football jersey in your mailbox here from us at Chat Sports. So it's chatsports.com/GoBlue, promo code GoBlue. Let's take a look at Michigan's coaching staff. Catch you guys up. We got the graphics team is going to build out a huge graphics package for them, showing you their pictures, their ages, but I want to list them off for you. So Jim Harbaugh is going to be the quarterback's coach. You may not have known that. Ben McDaniel's out. Jim Harbaugh's going to be the quarterback's coach. I guess it can't be any worse than it's been, right? I mean, Shea Patterson I thought was a good quarterback, but I don't think he lived up to the expectations. Josh Gattis is now the co-OC. Will also coach wide receivers in some regard. Sherrone Moore moved from tight ends coach, which is kind of underperformed. Rumors out there that he had offensive coordinator, co-OC offers at other big schools, so Michigan wanted to keep him on board. He's proved his worth as a recruiter, if not a position coach. So he's now your co-offensive coordinator and moves over, taking over Ed Warner at offensive line. I think a lot of people think Ed Warner might have been your best coach, but some people say it wasn't that great of a locker room guy, kind of a rough around the edges, kind of an old curmudgeon, 59 years old, where everybody else is basically in their 30s now. Mike Hart, Michigan legend, all-time leading running back or rusher, coming in as your new running backs coach. Ron Bellamy, West Bloomfield High School, Michigan wide receiver in the early 2000s. He's your new wide receiver coach. That was announced Saturday, Sunday after he won the state title with Donovan Edwards, Michigan's five-star, according to 24/7 Sports, five-star running back. And Jay Harbaugh will move positions again. Was the running backs coach the last couple seasons. Now he will be state special teams coordinator. He's moving it back over to tight ends. Let's take a look at the defensive staff. A lot of new names here. 3 of the 5 guys are new names. Mike Macdonald, Maurice Linguist, your co-defensive coordinators. I think Macdonald's he'll be the play caller. He'll be the primary guy. Linguist making a lot of noise on the recruiting trail, which we'll talk about on a video tomorrow. He's put out like 40 offers, leading the way in Texas and Georgia and Florida and some other stuff. He'll coach your cornerbacks like he did with the Dallas Cowboys last year. Shaun Nua remaining as your defensive line coach. Good recruiter. Questionable position coach at this time. Brian Jean Mary, the old man on the staff at 43 years old. He is 5 years older than the second oldest coach on this staff. And then George Helow coming over, the special teams coordinator at Maryland. I think he's 32 himself. He will be your new safeties coach, taking over for Bob Shoop, a little shyster, didn't ever get on the field with Michigan as a coach. He is no longer with the program. So I ask you one more time, led the show with this one-word reaction to Michigan's new coaching staff. I didn't list all their ages there. We'll do that at a show coming up soon. Average age 35.6 years old between those 10 coaches. All right, I'm going with young as my word, my one-word reaction to this new coaching staff. So go down in the comments. Let me know your one-word reaction. Let's talk Rayshaun Benny. Longtime Michigan lean as a junior leading into his senior season this fall, but he commanded Michigan State in November, but did not sign with them on signing day, December 16th. Why didn't he sign? No one really knows. I don't know if it made much sense for him not to sign, but he didn't, right? Why did he sign with Michigan State in the first place? A lot of uncertainty around Jim Harbaugh's future. Didn't know if he was going to come back, right? Michigan State's recruited his high school well, yada, yada, yada. But here's the interesting part about Benny. Didn't sign in December. Left himself the opportunity to be recruited, which Michigan consistently has done. And several players on Michigan State's team that he either played with in high school or was close with, guys that were a couple years older than him coming up that maybe went to different high schools, were either kicked off or left the Michigan State program in unflattering circumstances with their new coach, Mel Tucker. So he's talked to people. Michigan's still recruiting him. He's one of the better players in the state. 4-star. Another defensive tackle. Certainly a position of need. 191 overall in the 24/7 composite rankings. Now, I'm putting it at slightly less than a 50% chance that Michigan's able to land Benny. But if they do, be a hell of a pickup to get 2 defensive tackles in the top 300 of the country, 2 of the top 20 DTs in the entire country after the initial signing day, where pretty much every Michigan player signed back in December. So that is the worry on recruiting. It will be kind of it'll be a little bit of an under drama. There won't be much drama coming up in this signing day, but stick with us all the next few days. We're going to talk about the rest of the 2021 class, how the early enrollees are making noise on campus, and look forward to 2022 Michigan making a lot of noise after they kind of were quiet for the last month or two. With that, I'll ask you this question to wrap up today's show. Will Jim Harbaugh ever beat Ohio State as Michigan's head coach? Go down in the comments. Type Y for yes. Type N for no. And I'll leave you with this thought. 24/7 released not the composite, their own rankings, re-released the final ones yesterday. Ohio State is 4 of the top 10 players, and they're leading for the number 1 player. So if they got him, they did 5 of the top 10. That is Duke, Kentucky basketball level recruiting, right? That's unheard of in college football. And so Michigan's not catching up. Ohio State's off to a great start in 2022 as well. They're going to catch up in talent in the near future, right? It'll be at least till 2024 till Michigan even puts a team on the field that can compete with Ohio State if they do everything right. I think 2021 might be Michigan's only year to beat Ohio State in the next 4 or 5 to turn things around. They're going to start a freshman or a redshirt freshman quarterback. Who knows, right? We'll see what happens. The game should be in Michigan unless the Big Ten did something radical and flip-flopped all the games of teams that lost, home field advantage last year. But that is the thing to keep out this year. Michigan with the opportunity maybe to beat Ohio State this year without a proven quarterback for the Buckeyes. We'll see. Answer Y for yes or N for no.